Yeah, the ruling has generated quite a bit of buzz, but lawyers I've talked to say, ladies, don't take your tops off quite yet.
If you say that a woman's breast is scandalous, then people are going to think that it's scandalous, and the court said, you know what, we really need to get over that.
The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals in Denver ruled in favor of a group called Free the Nipple in their lawsuit challenging Fort Collins, Colorado's ban on topless women.
I think that they made the decision that a woman's breasts and a man's breasts are, for all legal purposes, the same.
But contrary to some claims, it does not immediately mean women in Utah can go topless.
The short answer is no. Because the case out of the 10th Circuit was actually addressing a statute in Fort Collins. And to the extent that that ordinance or that statute is problematic from an equal protection standpoint, it applies to that particular ordinance itself.
Peter Sturba is a civil attorney who represents some cities in Utah. He says it certainly would impact Utah laws on toplessness.
But if you have your female breast exposed in front of a child, potentially that's lewdness in front of a child, which has very serious consequences, and you could be on the sex registry for 10 years if you're convicted of that.
But Fox 13 has learned legal challenges are being considered in light of the 10th Circuit ruling.
This was the city ordinance that said that nipples must not be shown.
Andy McCullough is representing an unnamed escort busted in a police sting for violating a Salt Lake City ordinance. He's using the 10th Circuit ruling to get the charge dismissed.
A nameless at this point club called me up to ask me if they can consider taking off their pasties.
Right.
We will see.
Utah liquor laws prohibit full nudity or sexually explicit conduct.
I think it will get a little more complicated in areas with alcohol, but I think that the ruling was designed to be broad, and I think the ruling was to say, we're sorry, but men's breasts and women's breasts are the same, and that's the answer, period, end of story.
Again, those legal challenges likely have to go forward before women can go topless here in Utah. The U.S. Supreme Court also considering a similar case out of New Hampshire and whether to take that. Meanwhile, Representative Angela Romero tells me that on Utah's Capitol Hill, she might look at whether Utah laws need to be changed to comply with the 10th Circuit ruling. Live in Salt Lake City, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.